Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Laws of Community. Here it is, Thursday, May 25th, 2023. I'm Hanna Sumrall, and I am your primary host tonight. Ron is actually not with us tonight, so I have a lovely co-host, my mom, Pennie Sumrall. Would you like to say hello?
Well, hello. It's good to see everyone this afternoon or whenever you choose to log on and view. And I'm excited. This is the first time I've got to do this, so I feel honored. Thank you, Hannah.
Well, I appreciate you joining me. That way the men can keep working and do what they need to do. But yeah, speaking of listening anywhere, just a quick reminder, because I'm the one that remembers to always throw this in there. Ron never says anything. But you can listen to us on any podcast streaming platform that you use. Just search Laws of Community, produced by Talk4 Media. And also, quick shout out and thank you to Laws of Life for being our amazing engineers every single week. Definitely need to put more out to them. And thank you to our 2 live viewers that we have right now. We love you guys, and we always appreciate anyone watching live, anyone chatting with us, and I still need to delete that off of my stuff. Nonetheless, this week is Self-Love Week, so I'm glad to have my mom here with me. Happy late Mother's Day, I guess. I don't know if we said that last time.
I can't remember.
I don't know if we said anything about that, but
Never too late to say Happy Mother's Day.
I think that's what I was thinking today,
I mean, to be thankful for those that.
Yeah, like I was like, I should send a message to my friend and be like, Happy late Mother's Day. I don't know if I told you, but I'm going to tell you again because right. Mother's Day is, why not be celebrated even more?
It's right.
I feel like that's a form of self-love. In a sense, or I guess that would be love to others, actually. If right. I'm telling someone else Happy Mother's Day, that would be love to others.
But you get a good feeling by expressing that to someone, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like, and then at some point in, I guess, late college, when I really started, I don't know. Anyways, I figured out at some point that I really appreciated giving compliments to other people. And eventually, someone bought me dinner or lunch back in Portales after I went to one of my parenting classes one day. And I was like, you know what? This is, I'm going to take this in pride because this is all of those compliments that I've paid to people, all of those little helping hands that I've made. So I was like, yes, this is my good karma coming back to me for all of them.
Gratitude is one of the, this is big mental health month.
Yeah, that's true.
And the more gratitude and love you can express to others helps your mind be healthier.
Yeah. I haven't gotten into to doing any of the mirror affirmations or talking to myself. Not as much, at least. Do you do any of that?
Me neither. I scare myself when I look at myself.
Oh my God. Okay, I know that's a lie. Don't even get me started. You're the one that was in there putting on your whatever it was, your
Rejuvenate,
your face moisturizer, and you came over and you said, "Here, you try some," and you just shoved it on my face. You're the one that was looking at yourself in the mirror and doing all that. So don't even lie to me.
I've been doing a lot of good things lately for myself.
Like what?
Well, started with Rejuvenate, which is face cream that great moisturizer, has several different things in it, and I think I look younger, don't you?
I mean, you definitely.
All right, quit! Don't lie. No,
I mean, I don't know if you look younger, but you don't look terrible. Jeez. No, you definitely have I can tell you have a few less wrinkles and everything for sure. So it definitely makes a bit of difference.
Way. I'm proud to be 61.
Well, and you're doing
and those few gray hairs are from you.
Thanks. You're just gonna dye it silver, and then it'll be good.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm worried. I'm thankful for every one of them and every blessing that I have.
I feel like Amanda probably gave you more than I did.
Well, 3 of y'all.
Well, anyway. The grandkids probably have a few. At
They're
least
getting
one
there.
or two.
They're getting there.
No, what was I gonna say though? Oh, what else do you do? You've been going to the gym 3
Yes.
times a week,
3 times a week.
and you do look better. Like
I've increased my strength tremendously. I can get up off the pot easily now. You know, when you get older, you do lose less leg muscle and everything.
I know the midwife told me that I had really good abs. I was like, oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, you're gonna need those.
So, is that it? You've been
it.
eating better or anything?
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm getting there.
I gotta have iron because I think that's why I get so tired half the time is because I don't have very good iron intake and I'm anemic and everything. Nonetheless, we have a guest this week. It is not just going to be us talking your ear off. So yeah, you want to introduce our guest?
I would be happy to introduce our guest.
Introduced her to me.
We have with us a registered dietitian. I'll let her tell more about, but anyway, she's a registered dietitian, and she also is a wonderful homemaker and cook. She has all these neat things on the internet that I enjoy watching and getting ideas about. She is local here in my hometown, not my hometown, but my community, which is reaches out to Hillsboro, Texas. And Jena Bodeker is going to be with us, and we'll let her tell you more about herself and her story. So, Jena, you there?
You can see me. Oh, there I am. Hi.
There we go.
There we go. Now we got you.
Hi. Thank you. You two are just so cute. It makes me miss my mom.
Aww.
She's in Virginia. She's alive. I guess I should say that because that sounded like something else.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Okay, so what is it that you want me to share about my story? Because I can be quite long-winded and I want to keep myself focused.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. So we do try to keep it to 30 minutes. Sometimes we go over. Ron is usually long-winded.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to try to keep it as short as possible. I guess just the basics of it?
Yeah, just the basics of what you do now, especially what you got me into, which I am so excited about whenever I talked about my Rejuvenate and all the other good ones in Glow. And it's a great company that she got me involved with.
It is a great company. And Hannah, we have to chat because I have several things that you need to help increase your iron that I immediately could think of.
Ooh, yes, most definitely.
One of them is a product that we have and one is not. But yeah, let's get your iron levels up. Okay. So yes, they told you I'm Jena. I'm a registered dietitian and I've added holistic to it simply because if any of you have experienced a registered dietitian in a hospital, a nursing home, or a doctor's office, they were probably just spitting out at you very generic information that you probably thought, I'm never going to be able to do this. And I worked in the clinical world from 2005 until 2019. And I honestly just didn't love it because my reason for becoming a dietitian was bringing people and food together. And again, if you ever met a dietitian in the clinical world, we do not bring food and people together. We bring people and restriction together. And God, I could talk about that for days, but I won't. So what I realized was, especially after I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes after my second son, the suggestions or the rules that you're given, in my case with diabetes, don't work. They're not sustainable. And in order for anyone to change their life in any kind of real way, whatever it is you're trying to change, it has to be sustainable for you as the individual, because you are not a copy. You are not a copy of anybody else. And when it comes to losing weight, gaining muscle, managing blood sugars, fatty liver, kidney disease, everything is affected by what you put in your body. And our medical world acts like it doesn't matter. And that's has so much to do with the education system that our doctors go through.
Yeah.
And it's really, really apparent now, especially people are like looking for alternatives, whether it's using quality essential oils, quality supplements, sitting outside in the sunshine, taking walks, having community, getting better sleep. Like those seemingly basic things will often positively affect the root cause of lots of issues.
Yeah.
For instance, hormones. You're pregnant, you got hormones going on. I'm a little younger than your mom. Well, I'm younger than your mom, but hormones affect everything. And so many women have perimenopause, menopause, and they're going to the doctor and getting hormone supplements, but they're not addressing the root cause of their hormones being out of balance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
America is the only country where we even have a word for menopause. Because
Wow.
it doesn't happen. Right.
Because it doesn't happen?
It doesn't happen the way it happens to us in other countries. Because there's the most basic way to support your body and all of your body systems is good sleep, eating enough. Most people don't eat enough. Forget what they're eating. They're not eating enough. And then, yes, of course, things that come from the earth you want to eat more of. Moving their body in a way that is enjoyable and not stressful. Making sure you're getting enough water or eating fruits and veggies that help to hydrate you. And managing stress and anxiety well. Not pushing it down like I'm in a process of healing right now. I think we all are as we become more aware. There's so many emotions and things that I just pushed down that I'm really realizing I have to process. So that's what I mean by managing stress and anxiety, not ignoring it, but actually walking through. And those 5 basic things, if people will get under control, their thyroid will heal, their Hashimoto's will heal, their blood sugars will stabilize. Of course, we need some guidance. And all of that is self-care. And we make self-care out to be this really big, expensive, pretty, with a pink bow. Or my husband did this for me and my kids did that for me. Or I went away for the weekend. Like, are you getting enough sleep? Oh, you're not? Then you're ignoring self-care.
Yeah. I totally agree. I know as soon as I started drinking more water and cut out sodas, I felt 10 times better. And then all during this pregnancy, I've been craving sugar. And every time I drink a soda, I just get so tired and I feel terrible.
Yeah, we do need to talk because that tells me a lot. So
yeah, that's what my midwife said about something else. She was like, okay, it's definitely this goes to this. And I'm like,
yes.
Man, I like these holistic people and not doctors because they really do. They cookie cutter. They take a cookie cutter and they say, okay, you go in this one.
Yes.
You need this, this, and this.
Yeah.
You know, and they just automatically prescribe you things that you may not need.
You don't need if you're given good information. And part of the problem is doctors, I've already said they don't get the education, although I feel like they should get their own education because they're dealing with the public. It's twofold though. We go, so in our culture, I'm going to the doctor, they're going to give me something, it's going to fix it. So we already go in with that mentality and they meet us there, right? So it's a two-way street. We're responsible, and I believe they are too. They're practicing out of their scope when they give nutrition information to patients because they have 0 or maybe 1 nutrition class. So yes, they know medications, but they don't actually know how to how to help people walk into the space of true lifestyle changes, which that word, now that I'm out of school, I've graduated in '05, I realize that is very diet culture in a package that doesn't look like diet culture. Just make lifestyle modifications, eat better, move more. What does that even mean? Like, what does that mean for each person? You know, people are allergic to the word exercise because, like, for my experience, I was always a big girl compared to, you know, as my family would see me. I had a pretty face. That was the compliment, which meant the rest of me obviously wasn't. And so exercise in my brain became the tool to make me acceptable. When in fact, that's a lie, because we are all acceptable. We were all created in the image of God, and we are the way we are. That doesn't mean we can't be stronger, have more muscle. Maybe our pant size is going to change. Maybe it isn't. But real lifestyle changes begin with knowing the patient or your client and figuring out what fits their lifestyle.
Yeah.
To make those.
Yeah. And then you want to treat the root cause, not just the symptoms.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is often, I mean, you know, we live in Texas. There's a huge Mexican population here. I mean, we eat tacos 4 times a week minimum. You know, like leftovers go great in the tortilla. You can't tell someone whose cultural food is beans, rice, and tortillas they can't eat them anymore. They're not going to do it, right? So you're not actually addressing their lifestyle. You're cookie cuttering. I just made that word up. I don't think it's real. And it's not effective. And then you have all of these doctors who think you have all of these people who are non-compliant. And the truth is, you didn't speak to them here. This is where change is made. Mm-hmm. Not on the plate. It is on the plate, but after you've addressed these areas.
Yeah. 110%.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'll pause for, yes, please ask me your next question. I can talk about that.
I was just gonna say, can you explain, because I posted a little bit in the description that I posted on a few graphics, but I was wondering if you could explain in your own words, you know, just the short version of the fact of going from a 9 to 5 to now you're at home, and how you help people in a very, very different manner now, and, you know, whatever your own words are on that.
Okay. Yeah. So I discovered that my constitution is not designed for 9 to 5. It puts me in a state of stress and fight or flight. And I didn't realize that's what it was. But, you know, like I'd be making my boys breakfast because I wanted to make them breakfast before they went to school. But when I was working, I didn't wake up earlier than them. And so I'm already running behind. And then I would drop them off, go to the hospital to work, be in that place that I was like, I'm not helping anybody anymore. Like, I'm just clocking in and doing the bare minimum because nobody wants me to come in their room and tell them what they can't eat, heart surgery, or they just got diagnosed with diabetes, or they just got their foot cut off. Like, really? It's just
no.
So in 2019, I was exposed to the idea of, I had already been in the business, in the network marketing industry, but I wasn't working it. I wasn't making a living from it. I was loving the products I was using and was learning. But when you get into network marketing, social selling, affiliate links, whatever you call it, there's some deep digging and personal development that has to happen for success. And so 4 years ago is when that started. I was like, oh, I've already forgiven all of these people. What is all this stuff? And it was my lack of belief in my ability because I hadn't healed and processed through my past. So in 2019, someone at the hospital said, hey, there's an opening at the private Christian school to teach health. I just felt like you should be told. I was called to share that with you. And I'm like, I'm not a teacher, which I'm not a teacher in that kind of sense, but I am a teacher. I can't help it. My mouth opens and I'm like, hey, did you know this? Let me share it with you. And I hated that because it had a curriculum. But I loved the environment of not really feeling as tied and stressed to, you know, it was little kids. So it was fun. It wasn't, I didn't have to wear a lab coat. And I didn't have to, all that other stuff that you have in a hospital. So I started doing that health class. I was still doing the hospital. I worked another 6 months at the hospital and I was trying to amp up my business. At that time it was a different company. And then of course the next year everything got shut down and it was kind of like, well, I'm already home. Oh, excuse me, let me back up. So the August of 2019, I opened a private practice office in a local spa here in town, thinking, okay, that's how I can have a private practice. People come in for massage, they're coming in for facials. I'll get clients. No, it didn't work. But I was still very excited because I always knew I wanted to work for myself because my parents did. I didn't like the system. It doesn't suit my constitution. Again, I'm not a 9-to-5 type of person. So then we were all home and I started using social media more heavily. Fast forward to now, this last June, I switched companies and it's a whole different ball game because I have a community, like just what you're sharing about, and you're encouraging people to create or find communities. For the first time, I am working with people, like hundreds of people, some of whom we are actually connected in business, some of whom we are simply working with the same company. And Hannah, I can reach out to anybody and get a question answered. I can reach out to anybody and be prayed for. I can reach out to anybody and I have never had that experience. And I worked in the food industry in kitchens until I graduated college. And in restaurants, you have the back of the house, which is where I was, and you have the wait staff, the front of the house. We don't help each other. You live in your world, they live in their world. The hospital was the same way. And so now I'm in this environment of as often as I want community, it's available to me. And I'm going to just put another note about self-care. If you need a community, it is your responsibility to find it.
Yeah.
If you're feeling low, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling anything and you need another person, percent of the responsibility is on you to get it, to reach out. People can't read your mind, and that was a big thing to learn. I'm pretty good at asking for help naturally, but in all of relationships, right, husbands, wives, children, if you don't ask, man, they're just not going to be able to read your mind. And that is a big area of self-help, because then you feel not alone, then you feel supported, then you feel like something or someone is kind of helping carry you along. Because when we're flailing, we are back in that fight or flight, which is then messing with your blood sugar, if blood sugar's a thing, messing with your thyroid and your adrenals, if that's an issue, because all of that stress creates an internal environment that is not how we were designed to be. We're not designed to be in fight or flight 20 hours a day, 15 hours a day. We're designed to eat it and move on, and we don't do that.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I always compare it to, like, you know, how our ancestors started out, like in the caveman days. If they took care of the threat outside, they went back to relaxing. Like,
Exactly.
you know, it's not fight or flight constantly. And then with all of the new age things, it really is a constant fight or flight. And I mean, that's why I like that we put in a self-love episode, because there's a huge lack of self-love in the world today. There really truly is.
Well, a lot of it is too. I know from my youth and early 20s, life was not as busy as it is now. It was not. It was a very simple life. And, and I think a lot of it is because of the information overload that we have now.
Right.
Internet and stuff like that, but, this is our world now. So now we're having to go, and COVID didn't help us out any at all, how to, teaching people to love each other, because I think from what I read that the police were called out on more domestic violence during that time than ever before.
Wow.
Because, people can't
They
get
can't
along
deal
in the
with
same household all day long,
Right.
I was kind of worried about that when Edward and I both retired. Okay, we're going to be, we had worked together, at Bynum for 26 years. But okay, what is it going to be like here at home? And,
Yeah.
it's good. We enjoy each other. We go do what we go do what we want to do, or, if we want to do it together or not, and just enjoy. I never thought I'd see the day of retirement, but it's nice. But there's, even though you do retire, we stay as busy. And then especially with this new little sidekick that I have going now.
Yeah.
And, so, there's always ways to, amazing to me, I'd never thought about social media and selling stuff before. It's wild.
It is. And what's amazing about our company, for anybody that is just curious, we can answer any of your questions. But they really give you the tools, because my last company didn't really have tools. It was like, these are ways that you connect to people, and then you offer product or solutions. And it's like, okay. And I'm a talker. And so I have found that to be a little harder when you're messaging or typing to someone instead of in real life. And they really give tools. What, you too, right, Hannah?
Yeah, or on the phone, it's a lot different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can hear your voice inflections and the excitement, and it's a little more real. Well, social media is pretty real if you use it that way. I'm learning. But the other really amazing thing, besides them giving us the tools, like literally, here's step 1, here's step 2, and there's mentorship and training, again, which a regular job would have for you, but it doesn't endure while you're there. It stops after that orientation or your 6-week orientation or whatever. And then go for it. And our products are, and I don't use, as a dietitian, I do not use the word clean unless you're talking about a strawberry that dropped on the floor that you had to clean off. So our products, though, are clean. There's not gluten in them. There's not, they're all vegetarian except the collagen, because the best absorption is animal collagen. Because it really matters for it to work the best, right? Your body recognizes natural substances and responds to them better often than a pharmaceutical or over-the-counter something. And so these products are designed so that your body goes, oh, I know what that is. I'm going to use it. Right? So, yeah, plant-based, really, really nice stuff. And I'm learning that network marketing products are typically better quality, like whether it's makeup or dog food, like you can get anything, that it's typically a better product than you're going to find on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and they are good products. I think I remember telling you that I couldn't become a seller until I knew what it would do for me.
Right.
And so, once I was convinced, I can go out, but that's just me. And but yeah, they do give you the tools. That's what's so wonderful. I don't have to come up with it myself. And
Right.
They got great benefits. I mean, you can earn up to almost $3,000 in your first month if you really want to, kick butt and get going
Right.
with it.
Follow the directions.
So, if anybody's interested out there, holler at Hannah, me, or Jena.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We can get you cooked up with an awesome company. I also like to tout that it is a Christian company.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of other support spiritually, also
Right.
within that.
It's
Yeah.
a big community. That's
It's a
that's
huge
definitely what I
community.
like. And
Yeah.
I like that there's daily interactive things that you can go and be with your community as well.
Right.
Nonetheless, we are running late on time now, so we do have to wrap up. Is there anything else? I think we have one thing on our end.
I would just say that just to take the best care of your body that you can. Move your body in ways that you enjoy, not ways that stress you out. Go to sleep earlier because 6 hours of sleep biologically is not enough for anybody. I don't care how good you feel. Eat more things that come from the earth. Learn to manage your stress and anxiety. And there's lots of tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm forgetting one. And I'll stop there because I can't remember the fifth. And that's real self-care, giving your body what it needs so that it can be balanced and you feel better. And thank you for letting me be on here. This was fun.
Thank
Yes.
you. It was great having you on.
Thank you for joining us. It was
Anytime.
Great to have you.
Right.
Well, I guess we will let you go, Jena. Or did you?
Well,
You wanted to?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I'll
sorry.
give you guys the testimonial.
So you want to just come on? Did you want to talk to Jena though? Because she's already hopped off.
Well, it's fine either way.
Okay, well come over here then. Are you gonna move so he can get up?
Hi, everybody. You know me. I just wanted to jump on today because I wasn't gonna host with you all since I figured they would be probably the best ones to host this episode today. But I did want to come on as a testimonial, a real testimonial for Trinant. For their collagen. I haven't used anything else, but I used their collagen. And the first month of the collagen I used, there's some pictures. I don't know if you guys already put it up,
No.
but I'll show you guys real quick. I know it's a little weird. Take my shirt off, but my chest,
I don't think you can tell anyways.
my back, my neck. You used to be able to see nothing but a bunch of big old red pock marks, big old
You used to look like the
big old
surface of the moon.
craters and everything. And now my neck, the craters that I had that were really big and just always inflamed have completely flattened out for the most part. I get, 1 to 2 maybe whiteheads back there every week or every other week now instead of like 20 of them. Hannah used to help me almost every night to every other night do my acne, and now she's probably only once every week.
No reason
So,
anymore.
there's not really much of a reason anymore. I don't have as much irritation. And honestly, I've refused for years to use anything. I've refused to use Proactive. I've refused to use scrubs.
Well,
I've
you
refused
tried
to,
it and it didn't work.
yeah, I tried it,
So
but I
that's
mean,
why.
it made, all these things that they have out there, like Jena was saying earlier, it's a lot better with the natural resources that Trinant has using natural products. For instance, with Proactive, they're just chemically based. So they dry your skin out and they make you have to use it forever. The Trinant, I feel like I'm not going to have to use this forever. So that's what I have to say.
Alrighty.
Bye,
Well,
guys.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being my co-host, Mom.
Thank you, Hannah, for allowing me. And I do love you.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you. If you didn't love me, I think I'd be worried. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
why'd you birth me? You decided to birth me, so you should really love me.
I got
Love you too. Well, all right, guys. We appreciate you joining us today. Sorry for going over a little bit, and we will let you get back to your regularly scheduled programs. Hopefully, we're one by now. All right. Love you guys. Good night.
Good night.